Well, it's pouring rain. Just a little rain. Won't hurt nothing. Make it a little stinky, but won't hurt nothing.
In previous videos, in the comments, some people have questioned why I go to so much effort every summer to, riding around the fields, trying to make sure I kill all the pigweeds in our fields. Right here is an example of a female Palmer amaranth that I missed right here in the edge of my cornfield. Now this one hasn't gone to seed yet, but it's getting pretty close. I've actually had several people say that I don't need to kill them, that I need to eat them because they're edible. Well, there's spines and thorns all up and down the stem. This really ain't something I want to put in my mouth. I know some species of amaranth are edible, but Palmer amaranth, there's a lot of other good things out there I'd rather eat. And I'd have to be hurting pretty bad before I'd even consider putting that in my mouth. But I just want to give you an idea of what happens if you don't go to the efforts that I do to control Palmer amaranth. You see we got our cornfield right over here, pretty clean. We saw a couple around the edge, but we cleaned up others around the edge prior this summer. I think we made 2 trips around this field this summer. And then let's see what the field next to it looks like. This is what happens after letting a few go to seed for 2 to 3 years. I mean, it is thick, and you're just seeing the ones that are poking up above the plant. For all the ones you see poking above the plant, you got a bunch down there. But anyway, this field behind me, good Lord. We're right beside a highway here in Jackson. Anyway, this field behind me was sprayed, I know, twice with either dicamba or 2,4-D. Really doesn't matter, they're both basically the same mode of action. And I think it was probably sprayed once with Liberty, and you still see the results of a strictly a strictly chemical control. It's failing. We have dicamba and 2,4-D resistant pigweed here in West Tennessee. I know other parts of the country haven't seen resistant yet, but it's coming. If we didn't go around our fields pulling, chopping, making sure every single pigweed was gone, this is what we would face. It's also another reason why we use high biomass cover crops to provide a mulch and keep a lot of these weeds from germinating. So, it takes to keep these weeds under control, it definitely takes a system approach. And these weeds are the most devastating weeds that I've ever seen. I know in other parts of the country, there's some other really serious problem weeds we don't have here, but definitely Palmer amaranth, as aggressive as it is and as prolific as the seed production is, I mean, you can see it. I mean, it's all across the field. And here shortly, because there's really no new modes of actions coming along, this field right here could be unfarmable, within a few years, because there's so much seed built up in the seed bank, and it takes between 3 and 5 years to eradicate all the seed from the seed bank, because that's the one downfall of Palmer amaranth, is the seed viability is not very long. So anyway, I just want to give you a glimpse of that and try to help visually explain why we go to the lengths that we do to try to keep this weed under control. I don't think we'll ever eradicate it from our fields, because it's spread by wildlife from fields like this over to mine. But right now it's all about management. All right, while we're waiting on the dew to dry off, I'm gonna show you a little something neat about these corn varieties. The really high yielding variety down there in the bottom that we were doing was Pioneer 1464. Up here on this hill, we switched varieties. Most of it is Pioneer 1506, but we also got some refuge corn in here that does not have the insecticide trait to try and manage insect resistant to the BT toxin. So we've got Pioneer 1870R on 3 out of the 12 rows on every pass. To a lot of people, corn looks like corn, but let me show you what it looks like after it's been shelled. 1506 has a white cob. Really looks a little different if you're not used to seeing it. Whereas our 1870R has kind of a reddish pinkish cob. That's proof right there that we planted a refuge. And then if you look long enough, you'll see kind of some dark red cobs. That was a little bit of 1464 that we still had in the planter whenever we switched varieties, and well, we had to, you got a few plants of that out here too.
No, this is not a cornfield. These are my baby soybeans. Aren't they beautiful? So it's really moist outside, and I'm headed to a field. It might look like a jungle to some people, but this is organic matter. This is Matt's summer cover crop field. There's all kinds of goodies out here, but the best goodies I've flagged on my phone. Oh, so we got cow peas. Pretty. Lots of okra out here. Picked about 4 pounds yesterday. But Matt has planted pie pumpkins and summer gourds. So I've been coming out here and grabbing those because of the zombie trail. Might put some together, might sell them, decorate with them. So far, they're really small, so they're not real big, but they're pretty cool. Oh, there they are. So we got some gourds there. There's some okra that's about to come in. Oh, there it is. And let's see, I know my pie pumpkins are out here somewhere. Look at this baby. Look at this. That is beautiful. Big old sunflower. Ah, there's some more. Traveling all the way over here. These things are so viney. I think next year Matt said he's not going to plant them as thick. He's just going to plant me some that will just grow for gourds. I don't know if we'll do it out here or someplace else. Oh, there's some more okra. There you go. So this is what I'm doing this morning, coming out here and checking. Most of the stuff inside, like way over there, is already choked out, so that won't make, but everything along the sides here, and then over there, and then I've got some on the other side where there's more beans. And oh, look, here they are. Oh, there's a funky one. So there's a lot of different ones, and they're really interesting. Here's some more of these. My pumpkins are on the, so there's soybeans on the other side of that. That's where they're at. There's some more over here. So yeah, this is what I'm doing in the morning before I take the truck out, and maybe we'll start some corn. Here's a rogue okra plant. Oh, there's my pumpkin. There's one. So I'm gonna go grab my knife and gloves. Oh, look at this. I get so excited about this because it's different, it's interesting. It's so cool, and it's gonna be interesting to see like what the organic matter this provides. There's one. Tell me you have deer eating your money without telling me you have deer eating your money. This is how we pick up. Park elk on the side of the road next to the fancy doggy daycare. I started honking and all these other people started honking at me too. So, I don't know if we're gonna get anything done because it came afloat on me in the cover crop field, so we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna try. worth a try. He's got his lunchbox, gotta go get it. But yeah, the minions are gonna go to the field now.
Well, we definitely got a damp morning today. You see on the grass, we got some sprinkles in the area. We might have to shut down here a few minutes if these corn stalks get any more damp. See the hoods on my snouts starting to get wet there. Stuff ain't gonna slide through the head near as good. See more sprinkles on the glass.
Well, it's pouring rain. Just a little rain. Won't hurt nothing. Make it a little stinky, but won't hurt nothing. Yes! At least with the rain I can clean my windshield. Just a little sprinkle. I don't think it'll keep us out, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You know? I mean, if it's gonna rain, it might as well clean the whole tractor for me. Yeah, now it's getting worse. Oh, run, bunny, run! Run, bunny! No, go, 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 go! Come on, bunny! Go! Right road, George. That's not good. Uh-oh. I need to... Oh, no! No, it's really raining.
Well, the first shower passes by, dried back out. This is coming down a little bit harder here. But we just got done with this farm. We're ready to move through the tree lines to the Porter Cable farm. And it's a little afternoon, so I reckon I'll stop and eat lunch and wait for this to blow by. Hopefully it'll end here pretty quick. Roy's still trucking along, getting that cover crop planted. Well, I reckon we're going to call it for now. Stopped showering while I was eating lunch. And then right as the moisture was drying up on my header, another rain shower came through that was brief, but got everything damp again. Anyway, that's what we're looking at. Just showers just building up, dying down. It's moving up from the south. Looks like could be more on the way. So I reckon we'll just head on back to the shop and wait it out. Hopefully this crap will blow on through pretty soon and the sun will come back out. I mean, there you go. If it's going to rain, just rain. You know, give us a good rain, not, you know, don't give us what is essentially a really heavy dew.
Well, it looks like we're done for the day. Gonna unload this last truck and then I'm gonna go take the Can-Am to go get more gourds. He's gonna go bye-bye. He's gotta go get a girl who broke her arm. Have fun spending money. Kids are awesome. His daughter broke his arm at school today, so he's gonna go meet them to get her cast on. I'm gonna unload this truck and then we'll go from there. Another day in farming. Mother Nature. Be nice to have a day off.
Well, we're back out here again today. It's damp, but according to the forecast, it's not gonna get any better for the next 3 to 4 days. It wound up raining enough yesterday to knock us out the rest of the day, and I really debated on coming out here again today because it is definitely damp and there's rain just to the south coming up this way, so don't know how long we're going to get in, but as long as this corn harvest seems to be dragging on, you know, I guess any opportunity we can get to actually get some corn out of the field, we need to take advantage of it. Yesterday was what, the 3rd time we had been rained out for at least a few hours. You know, didn't get a whole lot of rain, but, you know, got 2/10 of an inch, and, you know, you can't do much after that until the corn stalks dry out. We got like an 80% chance of rain today, tomorrow, Monday. I think it drops down like a 60% chance of rain on Tuesday, so that kind of forecast, you get out what you can when you can. Yields have really tailed off on this farm once we got moved over here. I mean, they're not terrible yields by any stretch of the imagination, but compared to what we had been shelling, literally right across the tree line, same variety, these yields are pretty disappointing. And the only thing I can figure out the difference is because it's the same type of ground. In fact, if I had to say, I'd say that the ground on this farm is better than the ground on the other farm, you know, based on historical yields. But the only difference between this field and that field is I'm allowed to put chicken litter on that field, and the landlord doesn't want me to put it on this field because we got a dog pound or a dog boarding place right there, and got a city dump right over there. The landlord just doesn't want to, hear about any complaints with the smell of the chicken litter. But I think here this off season, I'm gonna have a meeting with the landlord and show him the data from this field and the field right across the tree line. It's gonna show him. I mean, this is hurting your yields, not being able to apply the chicken litter, and that's something I've noticed on other farms. The other farms that I can't apply chicken litter on, historically used to be some of our better ground, but the yields are not climbing on those farms like they are on other farms where I can't use it, because that chicken litter has a cumulative effect. The more years you use it, the better your ground gets, the better your yield gets. You know, it's not something that's going to solve all your problems in year one, but it does help long term. So I'm gonna have a meeting with him, see if I can convince him to let me start applying chicken litter up here. You can see that southern sky, it ain't looking too promising, and all that is headed up this way. So we got one load cut, we just about got another load cut. I don't know how much more we'll be able to do after that. Well, surprisingly, we are actually having a pretty good day today. I certainly wasn't planning on getting this far. We're now working on our 5th load of the day. For whatever reason, our 90% chance of rain has not materialized. It's all around us, but it hadn't come yet. So we're trotting on along on this field. You know, yields are definitely down from what we've been shelling. But I think that this farm right now, my yield bar is showing about 185, which I mean is a good yield. Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not complaining about it. But it's definitely down by 30, 40, 50 bushels from other farms we done. Definitely gonna have to take a look at that chicken litter situation this winter. Got some college football going on over here on my phone, watching Florida get their butts handed to them by Alabama. So that's another reason it's a good day. You know, I really don't like Alabama, really don't like them at all. But I hate Florida even more. So watching them lose is a good thing. You know, got to watch Tennessee beat Tennessee Tech in a blowout today. Not surprising, but Tennessee plays Florida next week. So enjoying watching Florida get their butts kicked this week, because I got a pretty good feeling it's not going to happen next week. I don't expect that to be a very close game when Tennessee goes down to Gainesville. But it is what it is. We're rebuilding. We're like on year number 12 of rebuilding. Maybe one of these days it'll actually happen. All right, there goes load number 7 for the day. We're gonna make some good progress on this big hill farm. Well, we're on the short rows on this farm. It's got this little bitty corner right here to do. We've had a heck of a day running. We get this truckload up, we'll have about 52 acres done today. We will have done close to 10,000 bushels of corn. Not too shabby considering we got a late start because of how damp it was. Whenever we get back in the field, if it doesn't rain, we'll get back in the field Monday. But whenever we get back in the field, we're just like about 28 acres up here at Port of Cable. We'll get moved on over to Clanton. Be the last 70 acres of our first planted corn. The only reason we were able to get through so much today is because the yields just kind of tailed off on this farm. It's like we're going to wind up with a final average somewhere around 185 or so. Not bad, but definitely not up to par to what the rest of it's been. But after the start that this corn crop had, I'm eternally grateful for every single thing we got out here. I'm gonna get this combine finished, filled up. Already got the grain cart filled up. Zach should be back soon, and then I think I'm gonna get the combine blown off, and I'm probably gonna hop on the drill for a little bit, try and get caught up, try and get a little bit more cover crop planted tonight before I go home.